Remote reality, yeah, that's the key. Unlocking stories wild and free. With the host, side by side. Channel surfers, let's ride.
Welcome to Remote Reality. This is Lauren.
And this is Dee.
Hey, Channel Surfers. Hope you guys are having a great week. We've made it to hump day. Well, actually, no, it's Thursday. We made it past hump day.
Yeah.
You know what? Memorial Day has just thrown me off.
I think it's probably thrown a lot of people off.
Keep forgetting what day it is.
It's Thirsty Thursday.
Yeah, and we're a day late on the Polyfam. Sorry. It ended up being 2 hours, and we got the first 90-day hunt for love. Yeah, we tried. But it's here, even though it's late. So we do have a listener question from Liz's boyfriend, Austin, about our last episode. And let's go ahead and take a listen to that.
I'm hearing the dialogue between Lauren and Liz. There's no distinction on exactly why you went to the orientation. All I understand is you went to the clothing store, the bookstore, to buy all this clothing. You're getting hushed by parents. You're like making a ruckus and getting offered shrooms by kids that are going to the college. But there's nothing that actually states, hey, we went there for one of our children. It's like we just randomly went to a bookstore. Hey, let's go crush this orientation. And all this stuff. We walked up in there like we owned the place. So it's a preface, hey, we were there for this specific reason, and this is what transpired post us arriving.
Now, I did not go back and listen to the first 90-day Hunt for Love recording before answering this question. I am so sorry. I thought I explained why we were there. Apparently, I left it out. Liz's daughter is going to my alma mater. I graduated there twice. As far as me owning the place, as much as I paid, I better have a little share in that. Those 2 degrees weren't cheap. But yeah, that's why we were there. We weren't just hanging around on my old college campus. We were there for Liz's oldest daughter's orientation. And I'm so excited for her. I'm so proud of her. When she was 8 years old, I took her to campus. We walked around. She said she wanted to go there one day. And here we are 10 years later, and she's going to be a Gamecock. We had a great time. If anyone else has listener questions, come over to our Facebook group. Let us know what your questions are. I'm happy to answer them. You can also send Remote Reality on Facebook a voice memo. We can listen to it and put it on our show as well. You can ask us anything. And today, you didn't ask for it, but we are going to go ahead and conclude our coverage of Polyfamily Season 1. They dropped the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, I was a little surprised to see that. I wasn't expecting it.
We have Along Came Polly, Season 1, Episode 5. And these should be the last 2 for the season. I know our listens have gone down. I hope it's not that we're horrible. I just hope we picked the wrong show to start on. It looks like their viewings have gone down and they're trying to wrap it up real quick. So, Season 1, Episode 5, Along Came Polly. We start with Tyler. He's got the boys, Quentin and Barrett. They're dressed exactly alike, like twins. And remember, they're only 7 months apart. Then you have Sean and Taya talking to each other.
I was thinking to myself, Tyler's having fun. He's playing with the kids, and Sean's over there with a leaf blower cleaning and blowing off the patio.
Someone's got to do it. So Taya's talking to Sean about their decision. They've decided no more kids. 5 is enough. Yeah, 5. Ooh, that makes me tired just thinking about it.
Yeah, definitely. What was it he said? Team no more babies.
No more babies after 5. Sean needs to get a swimmer's test. Sean and Tyler have had vasectomies. Everybody's done with the kids. Tyler's in the clear. Sean needs to make sure he's in the clear.
Yeah, she goes to kiss him. Taya goes to kiss Sean, and he's like, hey.
She's like, what? Am I going to get pregnant from kissing you?
I thought that was funny.
You know what? On that 90-day hunt for love, I probably could have gotten pregnant off that kiss between Rob and Elise. Dang.
It was pretty hot. Different show.
Yeah, Hunt for Love. We're going to start covering that show on Tuesdays. Our episodes will drop. But anyway.
I thought Rob was hot, by the way.
He was. He's toxic.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy.
Just sit there and look pretty. So it's Alicia and Sean's turn to go on a date. And they're going to go painting to reconnect their intimacy. Now, my guess, she's not talking about like finger licking it off painting, right?
No, they need to reconnect. And you choose paint and wine.
Oh, paint and wine. That is fun. I thought maybe it was like, okay, well, you know what? Tyler and Taya went off and they was painting each other. And guess what we're going to do this time? Yup.
Paint.
Lick me, Sean.
We go from edible paint to canvas paint.
I prefer the canvas paint.
It's much more fun.
And much less messy.
True. And there's alcohol involved. Whenever there's wine, I'm in.
Isha says her intimacy has been dwindling with Sean. I feel like they've got a 2-month-old in the house. Sean is up every other night, and it's going to dwindle at first.
She's got a lot of insecurities, and she does a lot of comparing her relationship with the guys with Taya. She's in her head about it.
He's not getting any. Taya's up every night with the baby.
True.
I know.
We'll see.
Maybe we'll find out something different in this episode. And Taya, she's left home with Tyler, and the kids are already into everything. Pulling out trash bags.
He makes him put it back, and then the little kid goes and pulls it back out again as soon as his back's turned, which is hilarious. Typical kid.
Running amok, screaming. Nothing sets the mood for romance like a toddler. They just had the rose petals and candles.
Yes, and now it's chaos and
screaming,
dirty
crying.
Diapers, throw up.
It's real life. It's back.
But he loves both. He loves it all.
Absolutely.
We see Alicia and Sean. They've made it to the paint and wine.
It's really fun.
Yeah. And those were not glasses of wine. I don't know what they had, but they were pretty large glasses of alcohol.
Maybe a paint brewery? That looks like it came off draft. The scene is giving me brewery vibes. The wooden panels.
They're waiting to start painting. And Sean, he's so nervous about painting that his ass is sweating.
That is a lot. That is a lot, Dee. Oh man, the man's ass gets sweaty when he's nervous.
Apparently, but whether mine was sweaty or not, I don't think I would be telling anybody.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What does he think's going to happen with this paint?
I don't know. It's just, dude, it's just paint and wine. Just go with it. Have some fun.
Do you think he's going to wipe the seat down when he gets up? Is this safe for the next painter?
I was just thinking, I don't know if I want to sit down there when he gets up.
All right. Dee is quickly switching her choice. Okay, maybe not paint night because I might sit down after Sean. This isn't something that Sean's used to, which is why he's nervous, but he's being a good sport.
She said he was coming out of his comfort zone and this was an adventure. I had to giggle at that because paint and wine, an adventure. Okay, go with it.
Maybe he's left-brained, more logically inclined.
Maybe. I don't know. He seems like he's genuinely putting an effort in. They're giving each other little pecky kisses. They act like they're enjoying themselves.
Now, what do you think they're going to paint?
They were starting with a gray, so maybe a nighttime scene or something.
Ooh, can't wait to find out.
Yeah, I go to the ones here at the beach. They always start with pinks, oranges, or blues.
I would think with painting, somebody inclined to have an attention to detail would like painting because you do have to have attention to detail. You have to look at the light and how it hits and mix the colors so they mimic the shade that the light is creating when it's reflecting off of something.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to any of these. I'm sure you have. I have too. There's a person in front of us telling us exactly what colors to do, how to mix them, how to swipe the brush across the canvas to get the effect that we want. So, I mean, just lay back and relax. Enjoy it.
But when you're painting, you still have to, she's not mixing the colors for you.
No, but she shows you how to mix the colors. She'll be like showing you, she'll be like dabbing it in this one and then telling you what other color to dab it in to get the finished color.
I think I've done paint and wine maybe twice, but I did take painting in college. and I used to do acrylics and oils.
Yeah.
So when I'm painting, I look at things differently. If I've been painting and I'm driving and I'm looking at the road, I'm seeing the different colors in the road, just like the slight hints of orange where the sun is bouncing off of it. I start to see the world differently.
Well, I do that when I'm taking pictures. When I am at the beach or I go somewhere in nature in particular, I see things through a picture. When I'm painting, I don't do that.
Yeah, but you have to pay attention to the detail, like which way is your shadow going?
It's
How
not
far does
that
it go?
complicated, Lauren. It's paint and wine.
It is. It depends. Well, you can be a detailed oriented person and have a really great time painting every little detail of the painting. The more detailed, the better.
There's wine involved here.
Yeah.
Detail is not on the menu.
Detail's always on the menu.
Okay, let's agree to disagree.
It's okay. We just have fun in different ways. Alicia doesn't want to hear anything about what's happening.
Yeah, and he has that open relationship with Taya and can communicate with her because of these boundaries that Alicia has. He doesn't feel like he can talk to her about anything.
That's got to be hard. I can tell my husband anything, past, present, or future.
Gosh, yes, I was the same way. It's sad that Alicia doesn't see the one thing that she's doing to protect herself from the insecurities is the one thing that's actually probably keeping her from having the relationship with the men.
Maybe this isn't the right lifestyle for her.
I've been wondering that since the second or third episode.
I've been wondering about it since the first episode where she said it started with Tyler having this fantasy of a threesome and her trying to fulfill that fantasy. She was just trying to make Tyler happy.
She's a person who's made for monogamy.
Sean wants to be close to Alicia too. He just has to watch what he says.
That can be a problem. People don't want to walk on eggshells around everyone.
Communication is so important. And she's just insecure about the situation where it's breaking down the communication, which in turn breaks down the relationship.
It breaks down the communication with all four of them, actually.
It's not for everybody. I don't think it would be for me. It wouldn't be for you. It's not for anybody in town that they've asked about. I don't think it's for Alicia.
I don't either.
We go to the ITMs. Sean tells us he and Alicia are trying to have sex at every moment. And it can't always be me making that effort. So who's trying then?
Apparently neither one of them.
It's like they both want to be chased. Or chased. CHASTE.
Good one. He goes on to say she's very vanilla.
Vanilla.
And I'm assuming it was not a nice thing to say. How vanilla can I be? I'm in a relationship with multiple people.
She's way less vanilla than me.
Yeah. I'm not even that vanilla. Yeah. I'm
not insecure about it. It's fine. My husband and I are vanilla.
Be vanilla then.
Sometimes that's all you want.
She's starting to get a little aggravated. I think she feels a lot of isolation.
It's so hard to match up with things with just one person, but imagine trying to match up with things with three of you.
I can't. I wouldn't even do something like that.
Ignoring it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. And that seems to be Alicia's strategy here is if I don't know, then I don't have to think about it. She's still going to think about it. She needs to address what is making her uncomfortable and see if she can heal that to stay in the relationship.
My guess is she thinks about it a lot, even without knowing. So when somebody throws out a comment, that just adds fuel to the fire going on in her head.
She's not comfortable with the poly relationship. I'm a secure person. I wouldn't want to do it because it's a lot of work.
I understand what you're saying there, girl.
Tyler, Alicia, Raina, and Dylan all go on a little family date. These are their first kids. They feel closer to them. I don't think I've mentioned this before, but every time I hear Raina, I think about how that means queen in Spanish. So to me, she's a queen.
I just love that.
Alicia explains that when she was 18, her mom passed away. They're naming a unicorn that will be placed on the carousel after her mom in her memory. Her mom was hippie, chill, would have loved love. In Alicia's mind, her mom would have been the biggest supporter of this polyamorous family. It probably hits different when her dad isn't that way because the parent she feels she would have connected with over this is gone.
Yeah. I just thought the whole carousel thing was so sweet and what a way to memorialize her mom. She can take her kids there. This is Grandma's unicorn.
Go get on Grandma. Let's ride Grandma. It's fun.
Yeah, I've never seen one of those kind of places before. It looked like the carousel was inside a building.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it's inside a mall or something.
Maybe in a mall. Yeah.
Back at the house, we have Sean and Taya sitting on the couch with Baby Q. Baby Q.
And Baby Q is not a happy baby.
He is grumpy, Mr. Grumples. He wants that food.
And he's getting up every hour on the hour.
My goodness. Now, Sean makes a good point. He says that Taya looks like somebody hit her dog. When I had postpartum depression, Rob walked in. He's like, well, hello, depression. Because I probably look the same way. Where you could just see it on me. It is a lot, though.
The baby has been coughing, and Sean is trying to suggest different positions to lay him in to let him eat a little bit better. She's having none of it. The boobs belong to me. I'm doing it this way.
Sure. Well, I don't know what the harm is in expressing that milk and putting it in a bottle and having Sean feed the baby in whatever position he wants to.
Right.
And then you just get you some sleep, Taya.
If it's going to make a difference in whether or not this baby's getting up every hour or not, absolutely. Try everything everybody throws at you, including, hey, let's just pump it into a bottle.
Or in my case, hey, let's just make it formula. Taya's tired. Sean's tired. And he feels like Taya's snapping at him, which isn't putting Sean in the best mood. And then when Alicia asks him about his sample and if he read the paper, Sean feels as if somebody's dropping more stuff on me right now. But I don't think he was being mean to her. She asked a question and he answered it.
I didn't think he was being mean to her. And honestly, after watching Sean and Taya bickering, I would have just stayed out of any kind of questions for a little while.
Perhaps some empathy because you just saw he was fighting with Taya. And she runs back to the back bedroom and starts talking to Tyler about it.
She was saying, it's a good thing you weren't out there. You wouldn't have been happy with it.
Or turn that situation around. Sean talking about Tyler and Taya's disagreement. She wasn't having any of it. He was breaking boundaries. But she does the same thing.
Yeah. And yet she's crying about it because he was mean to her.
But he wasn't. It was just matter of fact. Maybe she's very sensitive and seeing them bicker puts her in a different headspace.
It's a good possibility her insecurities are just creating things in her head.
Are you crying?
No.
Okay, it's just me. This attorney, Catherine, I love her.
She is awesome. It's
She
good that they
is.
finally went to an adoption law attorney.
Yes, absolutely. Somebody that specifically handles adoptions, which is a subcategory of family law.
Yeah, and she doesn't just handle it. She actually comes from a background where the community raised the kids.
I've said on this podcast, it takes a village.
Exactly.
The community raises the children. I'm not an Oregon attorney. I'm a South Carolina attorney. I was curious, though, what is Oregon's law? I saw that second parent adoption statute. So when that first attorney said there wasn't any law for it, I thought, oh, I must have misread that statute. It had been a while since I looked at it, but that's the beauty of second opinions. This attorney has not only familiarized herself with that part of the law, but actually done this before.
She gave them the hope they were looking for.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yes.
And they all look so happy to give it a shot. Catherine mentions the court will look at the best interest of the children. We talked about some of those things they might look at. That's always going to be the standard. This is a great meeting. This is pretty amazing. It was what I was hoping to hear.
And what they were hoping to hear.
And then I got a little teary and Misty died because we go to ITMs and Tyler and Sean are telling each other how much they love each other. So this is real cute.
I can't believe you're crying over that.
Well, they're family. I want their family to stay together.
I understand. You're just so much more soft-hearted than me, I guess.
Sometimes
It's a sweet moment. I'm not crying.
I'm just very touched at what this attorney has done to give this family hope.
Yes.
I love when we're able to do that.
I agree. But, you know, It just makes me wonder why the other attorney didn't find this stuff. I mean, they've been worried and concerned about this.
How many times do we see something in a case that someone else doesn't?
No, that's true. I mean, I'm your paralegal, and how many times do I find something that another attorney missed?
True. Lots.
Yeah. No names mentioned.
No names mentioned. But yeah, that's why second opinions don't hurt.
Or third if you have to.
Absolutely. In the living room, Taya, Sean, Tyler, and Alicia are sitting around on the couches. Sean has put the children to bed. He's got the magic touch, apparently. They just go out like lights when he puts them down.
He's the baby whisperer.
That's what I call melatonin gummies.
They
That's
didn't have
my
those
magic touch.
They didn't have those in my day.
Alicia decides to bring up that she wants to talk to her dad. And her dad has uninvited Sean and Taya to their family gatherings. When it comes to sending Christmas cards, he sends one to Barrett, and it's signed with his name instead of Pawpaw, which they're right. That is pointed. That is intentionally hurtful.
Yeah. And it was for Alicia because the kids can't read yet.
Exactly. And they wanted an apology, and I understand that. But I also understand Alicia's side. It doesn't matter if he just apologizes and he doesn't mean it. Why is the apology so important? I agree with Alicia.
I do too. I don't think it's never a good idea to force an apology on somebody. If they don't recognize that they need to give an apology, telling them that they need to give you one in order to move forward in anything is never going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you the result that you want.
And I'm sure he recognizes that he's hurting you because this is intentional. What they're wanting is acceptance, not necessarily an apology. They want acceptance.
And those are two different things.
And distancing themselves from Alicia's dad doesn't let him see the good things about this family.
No, and this is one situation where I do wish that the kids were considered a little bit more. I understand their frustration, but also the two older children in particular do have a connection with the grandfather, and they no longer see him or get to do things with him anymore.
Sometimes you just have to leave the past where it is and keep trying to move forward. He didn't accept us last time, but let's keep showing him that this is a good thing and this is a healthy thing.
Well, I'm curious to see exactly what Dad's terms are.
I don't even know if he has terms for them to have a relationship. He may just not want this situation.
Right. She just kept saying that the problem was that her dad would not accept Taya's kids as his grandkids. So I'm like, so is there something else going on than just that?
And then he also uninvited Sean and Taya to everything, including St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, that seemed a little bit extreme if that was the only issue, is that he wouldn't accept Taya's kids as his biological grandkids.
They also don't seem to be understanding the difference between requiring an apology and letting someone off the hook. Those are two different things. Mm-hmm. You can keep somebody accountable and not have them apologize. When you set boundaries, you set them for yourself. You don't set them for others.
Exactly. Told my children that before. You decide what's acceptable for you, and then let everything else follow. If that doesn't fall within what's acceptable for you, then you need to just let that person go, because that's not going to work for you.
And then if Dad comes around and he wants that relationship, then you say, it wasn't healthy for me last time. You sent this card. It was intended to hurt me. My children cannot read, but once they can, it would be directly to hurt them. Mm-hmm. And that's very toxic. We are a family. If you want to be a part of our family, we would love nothing more. But you have to accept us as a family, because we're not going to have a relationship with people that don't accept us as a family and try to hurt us.
Exactly. I think that would be perfect.
And you're not forcing the person to do anything. If they want the relationship, they need to accept. Apologies okay, and I see what they're saying. If you want the relationship, you need to apologize, but that's just surface level. It's not the problem. The problem is he's not accepting.
Yeah. And if you're going to get an apology, you want a genuine apology. You want a heartfelt apology with
A
meaning.
demanded apology isn't an apology.
It's useless.
Right. Exactly. With all the family drama surrounding Alicia's dad, let's make sure we're not having more kids.
Finally.
Sean usually poops with the door open, according to Taya.
No shame.
We don't see that, but apparently everybody else in the house
Yeah.
sees that. So what is he doing with the door locked?
Yeah, she keeps knocking, trying to get in, and he's telling her, I'm busy. I'm busy.
Well, he's not pooping. What is he doing?
Aha. The sperm sample.
Oh, yeah. So she went in to give him a hand.
Yes.
They got it done. They got
Literally.
it done.
Yeah.
So they're off to the clinic, riding in the car. Sean has a sperm sample in his pants pocket, but he hands it to Taya. He says, it's getting cool. Can you put it between your boobs to hold it and warm it up? And she does. That's one thing about having a rack is you can hold things in there.
Yeah.
In fact, when Liz does it all the time, when she lost my glasses the other day, I was like, well, did you check your bra?
Were they in her bra?
No, they were in her purse, but she's lost her phone in her bra, her lighter, money. There's so many things that she's looked for. And then I ask her, did you check your bra? And then she finds it.
That is a completely unrelatable statement for me. All of that. I have
Completely
never...
relatable for me. I once forgot I put cash in mine and I took my bra off at the end of the night and there was like a 20 stuck in my boob.
You were richer than you thought.
I forgot about that 20. Sean asked the receptionist if it's okay that he didn't do what the instructions said, which was to wait 3 days. Okay, Alicia told you to read the instructions.
Mm-hmm.
And reading them and not following them, why?
Might as well have not read them at all.
Exactly. But I had sex 5 hours ago. Is that okay? And apparently they're fine with it. They go ahead and take it anyway. But this embarrasses Taya. I'm sure they've seen worse. They don't care. When you're telling them that you had sex 5 hours ago, they're looking at that from an analytical standpoint. Like, how is this going to affect the results that I'm seeing? If the results are off, could that be the cause of it? They're not looking at it from a sexual way. They're looking at it from a scientific way.
They're handing a cup of sperm to someplace that does this all day long, 24/7. Well, probably not 24/7, but yeah.
They understand that people feel embarrassed. It's like when people come to me for financial troubles. We know that it's hard to talk about finances and they're scared and they don't understand anything that's happening. I try to explain it as best as I can, but
we understand.
There are so many people that come in and I'm looking at it going, this isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. And they're very embarrassed by it, even though most of this is out of their hands. Things like divorce, job loss, serious illness, that's the top reason people find themselves in debt. It's not something that they can control. Nobody ever expects to talk to me, but when they do, and I'm asking these questions, when I'm asking how much debt do you have? How much of this type? I'm not judging their answers. I'm just like plugging them into my calculator. Ooh, how can I fix this? It's not that I'm like judging what amount is in their bank account. I'm just figuring out how to protect that money. So I know that sometimes they're insecure about it. They're embarrassed by it, but I just see it as a puzzle I'm solving. And I tell them it's fine. I'm not judging you. Not at all. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to fix this for you. It's like a puzzle for me. I'm just getting the little pieces, figuring out where they go. It really is. Like whatever. I have all the debt. I have $1 million of debt. I don't care. That's why I'm here. Figure it out for you. Help you put the pieces together. So yeah, I totally get this. And she doesn't need to worry. It's the same thing. It's a puzzle for them. It's scientific. That probably could explain something in the results. Maybe they would. I mean, I don't know. I don't do that, so I don't know. But obviously that fits into the puzzle somehow.
So we're back at the house.
Taya's standing in the kitchen, and she is on a video chat with Lex, her friend, who is blonde and very pretty.
And she's all smiles, very flirty. Sean's in the background. He can see that she's on the phone, and he sees her smiling. Her friend Lex, they text every day, talk every day.
And they have a lot in common. They're both postpartum. They're polyamorous, pansexual. And Sean, he knows that if something needs to be said, Taya's going to say it to him. She can tell him anything. So he's just taking this as innocent flirting until she says more.
I don't know. He's got a look on his face when he's talking about it. I think he's kind of like, I'm kind of excited. Maybe, I know it's closed quad, but his face is saying something different.
Well, it's probably nice to see her happy.
Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah.
Lex is telling Taya that she's going to come out for a visit.
Yeah. So in a few weeks, they're coming to Portland. So come on, Lex, let's go. TLC just decided to put it all out there. So we did not just get episode 5, but we also are getting episode 6, Polyfidelity, the last episode of the series.
Yeah, they kind of threw that out there.
Jill, Taya's hot mama, is at a restaurant. Taya walks in to greet her. Taya's going to get Jill caught up on everything that's been going on. And as they are sitting there eating, how are they not sisters? How are they not 2 years apart? They look the same age. If anything, Taya might look a little bit older than her mom.
I want to drink the water she's drinking.
She makes me think I need to go put an extra scoop of collagen in my water.
Something. Man.
And Taya's mom, she has a background in nursing. Taya brings up the blood type situation. Taya's mom said, well, it's been a while, but are you sure 2 B's can't have an O? And Taya said, well, Sean looked it up. I trust it. Sean, who doesn't have a medical background training, went to Google and just believed whatever he saw was the answer. That's the difference between a professional looking something up on Google because they know what they're looking for. They know if there would be more to the answer. And Sean going on it. Taya couldn't believe that Sean would be wrong. But her mom, who's a nurse, says, yeah, it could either be B or O. It only took her 60 seconds to Google it, though, because she knew how to phrase that question.
Which I'm really surprised that Sean didn't know how to phrase. It should have been pretty simple, but mom finds it.
Mom also is probably thinking about genetics and how each parent carries 2 sets of DNA, one from their mom and one from their dad. And one of them is going to be dominant and one of them is going to be recessive. So you may have with B, you would have a B and an O. You could have 2 B's or you could have a B and an O. And if the 2 O's match up, then you have an O child. So she's thinking about it scientifically because her background is nursing.
So what does mom say to Taya?
She says that, yeah, they could have a no child. Sean could be B and O, but it presents as B. And then Taya could be BO and it presents as B, and they could both pass on the recessive gene of O. It'd be a 1 in 4 shot, and boom, you gotta know.
And you know that Taya is just like, holy shit, you've got to be kidding me. We have been going back and forth for weeks.
Yeah.
And
It's
he
like-
Googled it wrong.
It's like eye color. I have green eyes, Rob has blue eyes, our son has blue eyes. And I figured there was a pretty good chance because of how much of my family is blue-eyed. I'm one of the rare ones with the hazel green eyes. I think it's just me, my dad, and his dad had the hazel eyes. But everybody else has blue eyes, my mom. So I knew I had the gene in there. And it just depended on which gene made Jake. And apparently it was the blue-eyed gene from my side, which I didn't. I got the green, so that's dominant. That's what shows. But he just got the blue gene. The blue genes. Jill is watching the kids tonight. We're going out for ice cream with the quad.
Woo-hoo.
And everybody is in agreement about something. Who's wrong? Sean! And are they going to tell him? Yes.
Yes, they are. And the look on his face was priceless when Taya told him that it's possible for two B's to make an O. He was just like elated, but at the same time, like, I'm not wrong. You could just tell. And he immediately goes into, what did she search?
What did you search? He has his phone out, his thumbs up. Keypad warrior. He's ready to go. And she tells him what he searched. And he types it in, and Alicia's sitting right beside him. Can two B's have an O?
Yes.
Yes.
And Alicia's like, it's the first thing that comes up.
Rub it in, Alicia.
I know.
Get it. Sean looks a little embarrassed, actually.
He
Yeah,
should
that's
be.
True.
He should be.
Now, Tyler looks deflated.
Yeah. He looks a little sad.
It's not saying you're not the dad. It's just saying you don't know.
Yeah. And he does say that. I'm still his dad, no matter what.
Alicia is taking the opportunity to say, well, Sean, you're not just wrong about the blood type. Let's talk about all the things that you're wrong of. I need you to communicate with me.
Exactly.
But does him bringing up Taya's biological child and who the father is cross her boundary of not talking about Taya's relationship with either Sean or Tyler? That seems like a clear line. You wouldn't bring that up, but here we are.
Well, regardless, she is definitely happy with these results. Everybody at the table is thrilled that now they do not know who the father of barbecue is.
Well, is she glad that it's possibly not Tyler? Or is she glad that Sean could be the dad?
I have no idea. I have none.
I think they're just happy that they got Sean and called him out on being wrong.
I think they had a double whammy there, and they're enjoying it very much.
And you know that they like to pick on each other. This is like Alicia flirting with Sean in front of everybody, calling him out on stuff.
Yeah.
Like, hey, baby. Alicia and Sean are playing basketball, and Alicia tells Sean how it hurt her that he texted Taya instead. But there was a reason. He had a strategy behind why Taya was being texted, besides the fact that he says it's muscle memory. He's just kind of used to doing it. What was his thought?
I thought it was funny. He said that he texted Taya because he knew she was with Tyler and she could yell at him.
He set the hounds on Tyler. Get him, Taya.
Yeah. And that makes sense to me.
It does. That's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, go get him. Go yell at him. But Cody Brown needs to watch this and take note. Yeah? Take note. Alicia expresses her insecurity that she feels Sean has a better relationship and loves Taya more. And Sean says, no, you're the same. I love you both the same.
Yeah, he's like, there's no one or two. I love you the same.
Both of you.
Yeah.
Which is very sweet. Go, Sean.
I heard you awing over there.
Cody Brown, take notes.
Exactly.
I'm trying to rise it up to the level of Robin. Don't get me started. Anyway.
Different show.
That was good conversation.
And he asked her, you do want to work on this, right?
Yeah, let's go paint again.
Yeah.
So they're going to go back to the paint and brew. Tyler and Alicia had a farm and a horse. And they're brushing the horse.
His name was Charlie, and he was adorable.
He was very cute. They're brushing Charlie, and Alicia takes a moment with Tyler's support, standing behind her, to go ahead and call her dad. We're told on a Chiron that her dad has not consented to being filmed on the phone call to use his voice. Alicia comes back in tears to Tyler and messages the quad, gets everybody out there so she doesn't have to go through it more than once. She has told her dad he needs to accept the kids. You need to accept my partners as parents. And her dad isn't there yet. He doesn't understand. She also says that maybe making it legal will change his mind. I don't think it has to do with the legality.
I don't either, but she's hoping, so.
Trying anything, but it's not going to force him to accept the kids.
Sad. So
it is. I have a non-biological cousin. My aunt married a man who had a daughter. She was very young. I was very, very young. I've always known her in my life, always known her to be my cousin. And we were always taught blood doesn't matter. Family is family. And she's as much my cousin as my other cousins. And she doesn't have any of our crazy genes, which is just amazing. Kind of puts her on the top there. Recently, she had come to visit and we were talking about something. She goes, you do know I'm not biologically related to you. And I said, don't rub it in that I'm related to my brother and our cousins. Stop bragging. But yeah, that's how we were taught. Family is family. It doesn't matter if you're blood related or not.
Yeah, me too.
So,
I have relatives who are not biological cousins that I grew
you're still
up
cousins.
and they were still my cousin.
Sometimes they're even better than the blood related one because they're not all crazy like you are.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, the quad all gives each other a hug. And
including Charlie.
Charlie comes in for the hugs. Very cute.
It was.
Sean and Alicia are off camera on their second date. And Tyler gives Taya the opportunity to go have dinner with her friend. And during this dinner, Flex brings up that she has feelings for Taya, which changes things. Taya knew she had a crush. When it's one way, it can be harmless. But when the person that you're having a crush on is having mutual feelings, then you start to feel validated. It starts to maybe go into a more dangerous zone with a closed quad.
Yeah, she said that she felt validated and excited.
But she wouldn't go too much into it.
So many things wrong with even discussing it. If you have this commitment to the quad and it's a closed quad, it shouldn't even be a discussion with the quad. It should be, Lex, I can't do that. This is my commitment to our quad.
Kind of what she said. She said, I'm not ready to talk about that yet. She said, I don't want to put something out there I can't take back.
You mean to Lex or to the quad?
No, Taya told that to Lex. She goes, I don't want to put something out there I can't take back. And I think that was the right decision. Because she's in a closed quad.
If she's wanting to pursue Lex, she already has her answer because she's made this commitment to the quad. It shouldn't be a discussion she even has with the quad. She should be telling Lex right now, I can't do that.
And maybe it's a little different with polyamory since
I don't know.
You have multiple partners, even on Sister Wives. Cody was married to his first 3 wives for decades before they added another one.
Right.
But adding the other partner was something presumably done with communication and consent, although I think now we find out it was just everybody trying to please Cody because he was the head of the household. I digress. Anyway.
Different show.
But yeah, I think it's good that she didn't go anywhere. She didn't explain her feelings. She didn't give this person any hope. She says she's not ready to discuss that yet.
And that was the right thing to do.
Absolutely.
You know, not give her any hope or express any feelings to her if she couldn't
say, I can't put something out there right now because I'm not going to put something out there I can't take back. I'm not ready.
Right.
It's a good answer.
Yeah. We see Alicia and Sean on their date. As the woman opens the door, you realize it's not paint and wine again like we thought it was going to be. It's actually an intimacy specialist that Alicia has scheduled for them. Sean, of course, is sitting there going, I think it's actually kind of comical. The one person who doesn't like to talk about intimacies with anybody is now taking me to an intimacy specialist.
Well, that's why they need to go. She needs a little coaching. Come on, girl, go get it in.
Yeah. Maybe he's just looking at it wrong when he says it that way. Sorry, that went completely over my head, Lauren.
It might have gone over my head, too. I have no idea what you're talking about. The intimacy coach says there's no wrong way to do this. Immediately in my mind, I go to, how can I make this super awkward and make this the wrong way? So Dee, what would be the wrong way to do this?
I honestly don't know. I think I'm getting fried in the brain right now.
I have questions. Can I do it naked?
That would probably be the right way.
Can I do it with a pie on my head?
That might be considered a wrong way, but no way is the wrong way, according to the intimacy coach.
Can I do it covered in baby oil?
I would think so. I'd say there's actually probably people that do it that way, covered in baby oil.
Maybe there is no wrong way.
According to the coach, there is no wrong way.
I would definitely test those boundaries. I'm trouble. The intimacy coach has them squished together, their legs are intertwined with each other. and look at each other. And that's after she asked them what kind of things they like to do. Sean likes to slap Alicia's ass, and Alicia is indifferent and cannot even talk about what she likes. She's not even comfortable saying this in front of a stranger.
To the specialist that she hired.
On the date that she set up.
Yeah. And I also was laughing when he was talking about slapping that ass. We had him pegged as a booby guy.
Might like both.
Well, he confirmed that he's an ass man. Yeah. And I think that I saw somewhere that the intimacy specialist was practiced, is it tantric?
Tantric?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is the reason that pose, I think, is one of the poses for that. It allows you to feel each other.
She says your energy centers connect.
It's a very meditative approach to sensuality when having sex.
Have you ever done it?
It's been a while.
Oh, damn, Dee. Was it good?
Yeah, when you're forced to use all of your senses, of course it is. I'm not going any further. Enough said.
Oh gosh, Alicia's coming out. Sorry.
I've got some books if you would like to read them.
What if your senses don't work real good? Like my eyes, my vision's kind of off.
Well, actually, sometimes not being able to see is better.
Shit. Oh, yeah, Dee. Oh. Okay.
Girl.
Yeah.
This is Dee, not Liz, okay?
Whatever. We'll get you there. We're going to bring you out of your shell. D getting the D. All right. I digress.
We'll be editing that out.
Some of that. We will edit some of it. Taya tells the quad Lex has feelings for her. She told her that during the dinner. And they want to know what this means. And she said, well, I don't think it's an option because we're closed. So she's sharing what happened at dinner. Now, Sean doesn't care.
Mm-mm.
Alicia didn't care until Tyler cares. And Tyler, just say it. Just say, I'm not okay with this. He says, if you open up the quad for you to have a relationship, it opens us all up, which immediately throws Alicia into a frenzy. She doesn't care what Taya does, but she doesn't want the guys dating. She's already struggling enough with the 3 that they have. And I think Tyler is just trying to prove a point to Taya. How would you feel if this was me coming to you with this information?
Interesting.
But she says from the beginning, the quad's closed.
Well, they kept saying it was a hypothetical.
She said, Lex told me that she has feelings for me. And when they said, what does that mean for us? She said, it's closed. She's clear about where it is.
And Tyler with, it's not fair. It's not fair.
It's very triggering for Tyler.
It is. He's not liking this at all.
Mm-mm. He's not interested in dating, but he's making up dumb scenarios to try to prove a point.
He's all over the place. Like, he's not really making much sense to me.
Yeah. He's upset.
And Sean's like, hey, if she can
what
get what I can't give her, I'm perfectly fine with that.
But you know what? As monogamist, there might be things that your partner can't give you. Even as a straight monogamist, that doesn't mean you go get it somewhere else.
No, it doesn't. I get what they're saying. She's the only one in the group that, what did she call it?
That's pansexual. Well, great.
Yeah. But at the same time, you went into this group, this closed quad. So,
But that's what she's saying. It's closed. She's not disagreeing with him.
Yeah, but I don't think Tyler's taking it that way. I think he is
insecure.
I can't tell. Is he being insecure, or is he seeing this as an opportunity to open up the closed quad so that others can pursue connections, organic connections?
Well,
or
he says at this point
calling.
he's not wanting to date anybody else. He's just worried that down the road, this opens it up for more people.
Yeah, more problems.
If that were to happen. Arguably, though, opening it up in the first place open those doors.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I don't know if we will ever get an answer to this. I don't know if we're going to have a season 2. My guess is if we do, there's no Lex. I think she said she's not going to say something she can't take back to Lex because she didn't want to say that she had feelings for her and get her hopes up, and her not have any intention of going after that. It was like an easy letdown. And I think she addressed it with her partners because that's the right thing to do. If somebody has come and told you their feelings, let your partner know so it doesn't feel like a secret.
Well, I think they all kind of knew that they were flirty and that she was, what was it, low-key crushing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's different. It's different to have a crush and then to act on it. And that's, I think, what she was doing was telling him, look, she told me this, but we're closed.
Yeah, but I think if they had been like, go for it, girl, she would have went for it, even though it was hypothetical.
Well, yeah. But they didn't have to give her that answer. She didn't ask that question. Sean just said, well, why not?
Yeah.
Sean asked the question.
There
to
was
be fair.
Yeah, there was, for it to be a hypothetical question, there was a lot going on, especially
Well,
with Tyler.
Taya wasn't asking the question. Sean asked the question. So it was hypothetical because Taya never intended it.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying.
I mean, I got a crush on Lil Wayne, but
I don't know. If you're sitting there having a discussion, to me, it's,
yeah, but don't you think that discussion should happen? If you've got this flirtmance with somebody and then all of a sudden that person has feelings for you, aren't you going to tell your partner? Like, look, I'm with you. I'm not considering this or monogamous, but this happened. And I just want you to know, you should know you're my partner. Like I once had one of my friends try to kiss me and I went and told my husband, I was like, yeah, so this happened and we didn't. I was like, no, what are you doing? How drunk are you? But I just, and I don't have a flirtmance with this friend at all, but I let my husband know. And he was like, yeah.
How drunk were you? Is that
Me?
what he said? Or
No,
how drunk
he
was
said
the guy?
that friend had also tried to kiss him.
Oh, God.
We actually share that.
Do you have one of those friends that when they drink, they kiss everybody in the room?
Yeah.
Like we all
I
have
have a
one
few.
of those,
No, I have
don't
a
we?
few of those friends.
I was going to say, don't we all have at least one of those?
At least one.
Yeah, I got one of those too.
Got a few of them. But yeah, that's how I see it is, yeah, she's having fun. She's flirting. It's harmless. And then the girl's like, hey, I got feelings for you. She's like, oh, I can't go there. I can't go there.
Sorry.
That's not this agreement. And I think she did the right thing. She didn't go there with Lex and she told the quad so that it wasn't a surprise.
Well, even if the show doesn't come back, we might be able to find out through their TikToks.
I think so. Well,
Yeah.
on TikTok, there's no site of.
Here we go. See, we may already know.
And I think she set us up for it not working out too by saying how they live in two different states. It's a 12-hour drive. Not only adding someone to the relationship, but then having that be a long distance relationship. There's not a lot of practicality in this either. I don't think it's a serious consideration.
It was probably just a storyline like you suggested.
Well, could be that too.
Yeah.
I just don't think she has any intention of being with this person. And I did say that from the beginning.
You did say that you thought it was a good storyline.
All right. Well, that's it for Polyfamily. That might be it forever for Polyfamily. Or it might be back again. In the meantime, we had been doing Polyfamily on Wednesdays. We're going to continue what we started this week, which is the 90-day hunt for love. And we'll be dropping those on Tuesday. So our new schedule, now that Polyfamily is gone for maybe good, will be 90-day fiance hunt for love on Tuesdays. And then we're going to do true crime on Saturdays. In true crime, that's either going to be a toxic episode, Dateline. I do want to bring you guys some updates about the Koberger case since the last Dateline dropped. So I'll be bringing some of those in the Saturday true crime edition, but it's just going to be in that true crime genre, something fun. And then on Sunday for the next couple of weeks, Dee and I will continue to watch The Sister and recap and give you commentary on the tell-all. Those will drop on Mondays. That's only going to be for a few weeks, though. After that, we're going to have the Tuesdays and the Saturdays. And then anything extra that drops, it's because we had some time to put another show together. These shows take a while to make. I think the fastest one I've ever made was 5 hours. Typically, it's 10 or more hours to make one.
I think it was the Sister Wives. I think that one was the one that you said was the fastest you had edited.
Maybe. We're getting better at it. The first two took 15 hours to make. All right, Channel Surfers. Well, we hope you enjoyed this content. Did you like Polyfamily? Did you not like Polyfamily? Do you want it to come back? Are you kissing it goodbye forever? Come over to our Facebook group, Remote Reality. Let us know what you think. I don't know if we'll cover it again if it comes back on. I don't know if it's coming back on. I just got kind of bored with it.
Yeah, me too.
So, but if you guys loved it, I'd do it again. I'd do it for you.
For sure.
Make sure that you subscribe to us on Apple Podcast or Spotify. That way, when those secret, special, extra episodes drop on random days, you will get it automatically. You'll get a notification. I also post on our Facebook group when I drop an episode. But if you subscribe, you'll know automatically. Well, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for going on this journey with us with Polyfamily. It was quite a journey. It got us started into podcasting, new podcast, new show. And here we are a month later. I can't believe it's been a month.
Yay.
Make sure to rate and review, share with your friends who like true crime and reality TV. Spread the word. All right, Channel Surfers, thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Let's ride.
Let's
Tune
ride.
in, don't delay.